There's a huge disconnect everyone has with this tripod, and in my eyes, this tripod was made to compete with the Zackler Flowtech line, and that's the only other tripod on the market that's truly a quick setup tripod. These are super heavy duty filmmaking tripods that are engineered for ease of use, speed, and portability with their locking system. But now we have something, dare I say, in an affordable price range compared to its main and only true competitor. And let's just say 800 bones is way less than 2,000 to 3,000. So if you're truly not working in the space and only want it for the flashiness of it, then this tripod isn't for you. But if you're a working professional and a creator looking around your tripod with multiple setups and work with time constraints, then this tripod is going to help you save time, headaches, and all around help you get what you need efficiently. So I hope this helps you frame it to understand why it's priced this way. Let's start with the elephant in the room, the clutch. And let's be honest here, this is one, and if not the biggest selling point this tripod has. This clutch takes setup from being a back achingly long time to literally just a couple of seconds. And don't even try to pretend like your back doesn't hurt every single time you try to set up your tripod. Can't get quicker than that. This clutch couldn't get any easier to use. This button that has the PJ lets you lock the handle in 3 positions, the 0-degree storage mode, a 45-degree position, and the 90-degree position. Personally, I found myself using the 45-degree angle the most since it's the most comfortable. And honestly, I never really found myself using the 90-degree angle. Once you're ready to use it, just open the clutch and you're ready to deploy the legs. And once you're done shooting, just turn this knob to the left and it closes the handle. It's as simple as that. I took this tripod to film F1 and F1 Academy, and the system made switching from setup to setup a breeze. We had limited time to move everything around between each interview, and truthfully, this shaved off not only minutes, but it also shaved off the anxiety as well. It's easy to stay in flow state when your tools just work. This tripod fixed the glaring problem that we all face, and that's leveling. Let's be honest, leveling off tripods has always been the absolute worst. But now, this clutch system addressed that perfectly. To level this tripod, you just drop the legs, hold the clutch and level it, let go fully, and boom, you're ready. Simple as that. One of the biggest complaints that I've seen about this tripod is that the legs don't fully lock when you're releasing the clutch, and I think it's just user error because the learning curve is pretty simple. You just need to let go of the clutch fully, and that's it. I had an 8-hour shoot for a music video inside of this church that got converted into a movie theater, and let's just say I had to walk up and down the stairs with this tripod and my full rig, and the weight was never a problem. The legs made it super easy to level, even on the steps, and not once did I think about the tripod. This tripod was just an extension of me, and you can't ask anything more from a tool. I'm sorry for the shameless plug, but I recently just dropped a sound effect pack named Rough Cut, and within the pack there's a sound design course that walks you between the different kinds of sounds and how to use them literally and most importantly creatively. And I promise after you take this course you're going to be able to sound design anything. But that's enough of that, let's keep going. The build quality feels pretty robust and it's mostly carbon fiber, making it pretty light and easy to transport. It comes in at 8.3 pounds with the tripod head, where the Zackler Flowtech comes in around 10 pounds with the fluid head. It could get up to 66 inches in height, and it could get as low as 10 inches with these locks on the legs that pop out and adjust the width. The legs have a 1/4-20, so you could attach a magic arm or other accessories, but overall, this thing is built like a tank. But I didn't know this, but you could order just the tripod legs alone and get the main benefits of this tripod, and you could just use your pre-existing fluid head if you already have one, and that's going to save you $300. So if you're tight on money and you already have a fluid head, you should look into this. I have the kit version, so it has SmallRig's fluid head, and the fluid head is super robust and it's littered with pro features. This has a built-in quick release plate system that's adjustable with a switch, so if you have RS plates from DJI gimbals, you could just flip the switch and you could just change your plates right there. And I'm not gonna lie, I love this thing. Just being able to pop in my camera rig in there and just tightening it and being ready to go is amazing to me. On the right side of the fluid head, you have a counterbalance and it gives you 4 options. 0 is no counterbalance, 1 is good for mirrorless cameras, 2 is good for compact cinema cameras, think Red Komodos, and then 3 is good for heavier setups like fully rigged out cameras. The fluid head also has pan dampening, so it's super easy to fine tune with this knob right here. Twisting it to the left tightens it, and twisting it to the right loosens it. And for the tilt dampening, you could use this knob right here, and it's super easy to use. It's on the left side. You just twist it forward to loosen it, and twisting it back towards you tightens it. And also on both sides, it has 2 sets of 1/4-20s for you to put any accessories that you might need. And that's not the only thing this tripod head has hidden up its sleeve. Underneath it, it has a flat wrench. Up here, it has screw storage. And in the column, if you press this in and pull it out, you have a hidden Allen wrench. You can't tell me that SmallRig isn't looking out for you. And to lift the center column, all you have to do is pull and twist this lock right here and the column lifts up. But my first con with this tripod comes from this lock right here, but we'll talk about that later. And now we're gonna talk about all the different setups that we could do with this tripod, and there's a couple of them, and I just named them random things so you have an idea. So the first one is fully extended, the second one is regular, then we have low 1, low 2, low 3, and what I call inverted low. And obviously we have every height that's in between. It's kind of easy to see that this thing's gonna be there for every situation that you might need. And to get the tripod into the inverted mode, all you have to do is lift the center column, untighten the screw, and from here you could pop off the fluid head and just put it back in like that if you don't want to use the center column. Or you can install the center column upside down and re-screw the fluid head underneath, and then you could just attach your camera from the bottom. And now you have it set up in the inverted mode. And now we're gonna talk about the cons. I would be lying to you if I told you I didn't find a couple of cons on here, and these were the ones that I was able to find. The first con for me was the column lock. It works perfectly fine, but not in the way that you would think. Your first instinct when you see this lock is obviously to just twist it, to loosen it or tighten it, but if you do that, you're gonna hear this terrible sound. But that's because it's not meant to be used like that. You're supposed to pull it to loosen and tighten it, and it shows you right here on the lock itself. Honestly, it feels super weird to do, especially at first, because instinctively you just want to lock it like this, but I think they went that route to be able to make sure like the column doesn't fall if you have it up. But I haven't had that issue ever on any single tripod, so pulling it to be able to lock it is not intuitive, and you kind of have to learn to do that over time. Still, sometimes I go like this, I hear that sound, and I'm like, oh. And when you want to lift the column and you have a camera on, you have to pull, unlock, and then hold it the whole time as you pull it, and then you lock. And that gets a little painful if you start pulling it up and down pretty often. I haven't found myself using the entire range of the tripod. I end up just using the regular range with the clutch, so it's not that big of a deal for me that often, but if you have to get your camera a little higher, you might be dealing with that. And my second and final con with this tripod is leveling it at the lowest setting. I would recommend starting without the camera first, leveling the tripod, and then placing your camera on top. And that's super easy because, you know, we have the quick release plate on top, so you could just level and pop it in. It's not that big of a deal. But yeah, overall this tripod will speed up your workflow, save your back, and simply just make your life easier. But yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.